everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Samantha Izundu and today we're doing makey makeup chitty chat. So I thought in terms of makeup, I have Project Pan and then I've picked out a few things in my weekly roundup video that I will link here if you haven't seen it already. I've just started a new kind of idea where each week I go through my new products that I've purchased or received, empties, current favorites, and then a couple of products that I want to rotate in for the week, like a foundation, concealer, eyeshadow palette. I have been getting a couple of compliments, a few compliments, not that many, don't worry, about my makeup looking really good. So I thought I would recreate what I've been doing lately that maybe is a little bit different. There's a couple of products that I can attest to that are the reason why it's looking so good, and we'll go through it as I put makeup on and chat. So what am I going to start with? I'm going to start with some sunscreen. This is the Mecca Max Screensaver. It's only an SPF of 30, but I received it at work, so I'm going to use it just because I am going out after this. Nothing fancy, but I am going out of the house. And primer is not the thing that I think is making my makeup look really good. So I will go in with the one size Secure the Sweat because it's still so hot, so humid. Oh my God, yesterday was Valentine's Day and it was so humid. I couldn't stop sweating. I just couldn't stop. I think because there was no wind as well. Oh my God, I was like, can I just stop sweating, please? So this doesn't stop sweat. I mean, I don't think anything can. Sweat is sweat, like you can't stop it. But I think it's more like it helps have an extra barrier so that when you are sweating, your makeup doesn't melt off. I think that's kind of more the vibe, which I need because it's still going to be hot today. But it's not as humid as yesterday. That was not okay. I really like this primer, but not for everything. It doesn't work with the Beautiful Skin by Charlotte Tilbury, which I also have in my Project Pan. They do not combine well at all. So I don't use those together. So we're not going to use that foundation. I think we'll use my Rimmel Lasting Finish. This is the foundation that I put into my weekly rotation. Quite enjoying it. And I've done it because it's one of my darker foundations, but it's still got a sheer enough coverage that it does work. It matches my neck a little bit better. So I'm going to use my little nipple brush. I love this one. This one's from Kmart and it's such a beauty. And I'm going to put that all over my face. So you can see it is slightly, just ever so slightly darker than my face, but it does match to the rest of my body. I've been trying to put, sunscreen on my body every day as well, but sometimes you forget. So I wanted to say, it's actually probably been over a week now, but I haven't done like a get ready with me where I'm chatting. So I'm telling you this now. I had the absolute honor and pleasure of meeting two other beauty influencers, Australian beauty influencers, but they're up in Queensland, and they're two girls that I always chat with. Tanika I have previously met from a Priceline event, and we've done YouTube collabs, but we'd never met before. And a lot of people that watch my channel watch Tanika. She's more on TikTok and Instagram now, but we back in the day did like Priceline collabs. Oh, those were the good old days. And I met her for the first time last year at the Priceline event. Anyway, there's this other girl, Katie, who we always chat to as well, but I've never met her in person because she's also from Queensland. She came down with Tanika to go to some events. I met them in the city because I'm in Sydney, and we spent the day together, and I was so lucky that day my husband was home and could pick up the kids, so I was not on a time limit. And we walked through the city. We went to Mecca, George Street. We went and had breakfast with mimosas. It wasn't even what we were doing. It was us together. Holy moly. We clicked instantly. I already clicked instantly when I met Tanika, so I knew she was a good time. And I had a good vibe about Katie, and I was right. I'm going to link both of their Instagrams and TikToks down below if you do want to follow them. I highly recommend. They both do a lot of drugstore content. Katie specifically specializes in it. Also does Tanika. They both really pretty much specialize in it. When I tell you our sense of humor, spot on. We all had the exact same sense of humor. We laughed for hours. By the end of the day, my voice hurt and my brain was dead because we just talked nonstop about everything. And I feel like I actually got to know them on a personal level, which was so beautiful, and I really enjoyed it. And it was one of the best days I'd had in such a long time, because, you know, it's not often I get to go out and for an extended period of time these days. So I was just so grateful for that. And and I know they loved it too. Now we're just talking to each other all the time. Hopefully we all get invited to the Priceline event this year. And if so, we are all going together. I'm just saying a little prayer for you. So I don't know where one of my concealers went. My concealer that I put in for the week hasn't fallen down. It's not on the table. It was the MCO Beauty. I don't know where it is. I think I'm going a little loopy. Doesn't matter. I'll use my Project Pan concealer, and it's the Kosas. I'm doing really well with this one. Hopefully I can get her done soon, because I've got a lot of concealers that I want to use. I'm just going to do that in the center of my face. When you do social media, like everyone's quite different, because when you do social media, you're behind a camera and you're by yourself. So I feel quite isolated in that community sense. Like, I feel close to you guys as viewers, but not really to other, I don't like using the word influencer, other content creators. Because I have been to events, and it's very hard. And it's not just, I'm not alone in this. A lot of people say, if you don't know someone, Australia is very cliquey. Very cliquey. It always has been. And so if you don't know a bunch of people, it can be very awkward at events. Meeting these two girls, and I've met other people that I've really liked as well. Like, there's no shade on anyone other people that I've met. But Tanika and Katie, like, I just feel like we are so on the same level, and we're all similar age as well, which is really nice. I appreciate that. Yeah, that was a real highlight, and I love them dearly. That's gonna be my fun for the year. Just kidding. I'm done. No more fun. She's done. So we've got a very dewy base, and you're probably thinking, Sam, you hate a dewy base. I do hate a dewy base, because I am an oily gal. But saying that, this is the powder that has been making me look, I can't explain why, but it's almost like the Huda one in pressed form. This is the Ultra 3 Second Skin Press Powder. It is white, and you're gonna see that it goes on very white, and you're like, girl, flashback. But it settles, it sinks in, and I look flawless. Little secret update, I just hit pan yesterday. But basically I get my puff, and I just go like this. There's quite a bit on there. But I never go straight under the eye, because I don't want the most amount of powder right under my eye. I go here, and then I do the rest under my eye. And it is incredibly smoothing. It sets and it doesn't move. And it will settle. The whiteness goes away. I can't, if you're like a medium skin tone and up, I don't know if I'd recommend this. I think there might be one other shade for medium to darker skin, like a more of a yellowy based one, kind of like the Honey from Laura Mercier shade. I think there might be. I know that this one, it is white at the end of the day, but look at the difference. It has made me look so flawless, and then I can still put cream products on top. But I just love setting my base with this. And usually I don't really like pressed powders. I find them to be too thick, but this is the exception to the rule. And I just pat that in. There's no sliding. And I really like using it with a puff. And I don't put powder too much around here. I don't really need it. I'll just put the excess around the edges, but it's just mainly in the center of my face. And it does have a brightening effect. I love it. I really, really love it. It makes my makeup last as well. I have been using a lot of the Huda Beauty Tan Tour. Love this. Sometimes I'll just wear this alone with nothing else. And I do prefer this with a bit of a sponge. So I might just use this, because even though it's a contour, it's still got a little bit of warmth in it, so I quite like it. And this has just been really good makeup for me in the summertime too, because like these two products are quite lightweight, but then the powder makes it long wear for my sweaty, oily skin. It sounds so delightful, doesn't it? Sweaty, oily skin. And I start uni next week. Yeah, like in like another whole week. Oh my God, I'm very nervous. I've seen some information and I think I'm gonna be a busy girl. I think I'm gonna be a very busy girl. And I'm so nervous because I haven't written an essay in 15 years. I haven't done research in 15 years. And I'm starting to panic now. I'm like, oh my God, this is actually real. It's not just like me clicking a button and applying. I'm actually going to be doing it soon. And I'm slightly freaking out just because it's triggering me because I did not so good at school. Like I've always tried really hard, but I'm just not naturally book smart. I think I'm more of a creative, hands-on kind of person. But at the same time, I really want to learn more about sustainability, like on a theoretical basis. So you got to do it. You got to conquer those fears, girl. Okay, I'm going to do a bit of powder, just a little bit. I'm going to use my Project Pan powder. It's a lovely bronzer. This was a Too Faced holiday bronzer, but it's really nice. And it's quite small, so I'm really hoping I can finish it this year. Okay, I'm going to do my brows. Someone commented and I need to reply. I need to remember. They asked me what I was wearing on my brows because they looked really good. And it's actually this W7 brow product, but I find it a bit dark. So there's something that I do to kind of even it out. This is the Stroke of Genius eyebrow pencil in brunette. And you will kind of see that I think it's a little bit too dark for me, but it is a good pencil and it is quite pigmented. So I do go in pretty lightly, but you get really good hair-like strokes with it. And every time I try and link this, I can't find it on, because I bought it at Chemist Warehouse, I can't find it on their website. So I don't know if it's still in store or not, but I think I paid like $3 or $4 for it and it's pretty good. I do wish there was another shade though when I was in the store, because this brunette is just too dark, especially now that my hair is lighter than what it used to be as well. So I go in very lightly, like my touch is quite light, just to give my brow definition. I sometimes, if I'm fine with the darker brow, use a clear brow gel, but I've been using the Elf Wow Brow in taupe, and it's lighter. So I go backwards and then I set it, and you'll see a slight difference that this is lighter than this one. It just kind of mutes that darkness a bit. And that is the brow routine. Pretty revolutionary, isn't it? I think if something doesn't totally work for me, I do try and make it work. Because, you know, even if it's $3, that's my $3 that I spent on it, you know? So I'm going to try and make it work. And it's my only micro brow left, which is why I still have it, is because I was using all the other ones first because this is too dark. But I feel like I can make it work. So what I'm going to do, I wore this for Valentine's Day. Oh, it's just one of my favorite things. I had this in a mini in a Sephora 100 points, and I ended up buying it because I love it that much. This is the Nude Sticks Nudies Bloom, the dewy face color in Bohemian Rose. I always do that. Such a pretty color. It is such a pretty color, and because it's dewy, I don't need highlighter. It gives me a really nice glow. I want this brush. This is also another Kmart brush. They have really good shaped brushes. 4D complexion, but I use it for cream, like bronzer and blush, because it's got enough density, but it's small enough to blend out cream. I really like it, and I preferred this for foundation. I bought these in like a face set. They're really good. Really good. They're some of my favorite brushes, and they don't shed at all. They might still sell this range because it was a popular range. You can buy them individually or in sets. I think I prefer them over the eye brushes, just because I think they got nice unique shapes. So for me, this is a cool tone blush without it being purple. I don't like purple tones, but cool tones that still have that rosy color I do love in lips and in cheeks. And you can see how it's given me back that glow that I lost with the powder, and so my face is starting to look a little bit more even. So it's helped with oil production here with the powder, but I've still got that nice summer glow on the outsides. Right, I do like to do a little bit of spray. I'm just trying to finish up this Australis. It's not my favorite. This is the matte finishing spritz. I'm just trying to use it because it's summer, but I don't find it mattifying at all. If anything, it kind of makes me a bit glowy. Okay, let's do my eyes. This is what I actually did last night, and I want to show you because I ended up loving how it looked. Will I do it with a wing? I'll show you the wing that I used. I'll just do what I did last night. Similar vibes. So this is the Bobbi Brown Long Wear Cream Shadow Stick in taupe. And I love this. I actually blend it on my finger like this. So it warms up. And then I do this. I don't use any tools. I don't think it needs it. And the warmth of your finger blends it out perfectly. Such a nice, subtle shade. If you want like a really soft eyeshadow, even if you want to put a shimmer over the top, this is just the most perfect base. And then whatever's on the excess, I do under here. So it's not really a lot, but you can't overdo it when it's just a little bit left under your eye, on your finger, I mean. And then for the shimmer, I always have like these little reusable pads that I just, anything that I've done with my fingers, I just, Australis Making Waves palette. So pretty. And even though this looks like a blue palette, it is so versatile. You can do super soft and neutral, dark and mysterious. But today we are using just this one. That's it, just this. So what I do is I just rub my finger and I pat. And it has that glass-like shimmer. Like, do not sleep on Australis eyeshadow palettes. Even if you're someone that likes very minimal, they're so good. I also have the smoky one, which is more cool, purpley toned. They're just so pretty. Even their old palettes, the bigger ones, they were some of my favorites as well. And so this has like a yellow, blue, green, gold shift. Like on sale, these things are like under $15. Like seriously. And they're really, really good quality. And that's what I do for my eyes. On a fancy day, I love using this as a liner. Love it. And I'm going to do my wing for you because a few of you loved my wing. I was using the Stila, the double-ended. So it's got the micro and the regular one. And these are self-inking. Every time you put the lid on, self-inks. So good. So I don't know what to tell you. I just did a wing. But I have hooded eyes. So my wing will never go past that hooded line. Otherwise, it looks like I'm wearing like a U. And I take it slow. I did plan for this to be a get ready with me, but it looks like it's a bit more of a tutorial, isn't it? I hope you're okay with that. Very thin all the way, because I have hooded eyes, very thin. And then I don't go this way. I actually go to that angle, like that. And then I match it to the line. And then fill in that lash line. That's it. Because I think you can, if I go further, I can afford to go a little bit bigger. But if I go too big, the line that was like this ends up going like this, and it doesn't look good. So a small wing is still a good wing. It's just suitable for my eye shape. See how I'm kind of like patting it into the eye line? That way I'm not accidentally going too harsh. All right, then last we have my lip combo. So one you can buy, one you can't buy, and I'm really sorry. So my lip liner is the Kevin Kwan Lip Definer in the shade Divine. And this is probably my favorite lip liner that I own. It's in my project pan because I just want to enjoy it and love it. And I tried to convince Katie from Katie's Cosmopolitan to buy this because this is her shade. She loves a mauvey nude. But she didn't listen to me. And I go quite as dark as I can. Then I smush. And then I'll define again. So that way we get a soft ombre effect. It's not a harsh line, but it's still getting definition. I still want definition. And then this doesn't exist anymore. It's from By Beauty Bay in the shade Candy, but it's just a really nice milky lip gloss. Something comparable is the Tower 28 lip gloss in Pistachio. Just a really pinky nude. Also that would work with this is it's not as pigmented, but the Summer Fridays Pink Sugar lip balm. That would work nicely with this too, but this brings a little bit more pink. And if you're more of a lipstick person, I would recommend Pillow Talk Fair is very pink as well. So what I've done is I have mixed a cool neutral with a very pinky tone. And that gives you that kind of, I don't know what this look is like. It's kind of like a very Hailey Bieber lip, but for more fair skin. You know, like that, where the lip liner is darker than the lip gloss, but I've done it in a way that it's still blended, but my lips are very defined. And that is it. I'm gonna wear a perfume. I think I'm gonna do All Saints Concrete Rain because it's daytime. It's actually morning. I'm feeling it. I always put some in my hair. And I'm gonna call that a day. I have to go. My daughter's like, hurry up, mum. I'm like, sorry, gotta put my makeup on. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this get ready with me / makeup tutorial. And give it a like if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.